In this video, I'm going to show you how to monitor the statuses of your purchase orders. Oftentimes, your purchase orders can be received in multiple shipments, so you may have several receipts in EPMX based on those shipments. So the first thing I want to do is show you the PO analysis report. So I'm going to go to Purchasing, Reports, PO analysis report. This is my favorite report. It's my go-to report for just about everything. The CSV option gives you so many fields of data that you almost always find what you need with that report. You can also run an abbreviated report in PDF format by clicking down at the bottom. Now we have several different report options that you can choose from. I usually leave these at default, but you may want to use the status. If you're looking, drop down if you're looking for a specific status or statuses. Now this is one at a time, so this is why I usually leave it at all orders and then I export to CSV and I apply a filter in Excel. You can see that there's many filter options. You can filter by PO number, you can filter by job code or project, or now these fields are renamed for a specific demonstration that I'm doing, but these are job code and project. If you use commodity codes, you can filter by vendor. So I'm going to leave these empty right now. I'm actually going to choose the corporation of all so that everything shows up, and I'm going to export to CSV. So it should just take a moment for that to load. There we go. Now I'm going to expand this so that you can see it. Here's what I do right off the bat. I click on cell D2 and I come over here to the right and I click on sort and filter, filter. Okay, so now all of my headers have a filter applied, and then I come to view and I freeze panes. So now as I scroll over, I'll still have the PO number over to the right. Okay, now I'm scrolling over, and I'm scrolling over to column BK, I think it is, which is where all of the statuses are. So we're almost there. I could probably do that faster. Now this drop down, the filter that I applied is going to come in handy, because now what I can do is I'm going to remove all of these and I'm going to select approved, ordered, and received partial. Anything that's closed I want left off of the report. And this is everything that I have outstanding right now. Okay, so then of course you can use this report to do whatever else it is that you need to do in order to follow up with these. You can show some additional fields, and you can contact the vendor, contact your inventory warehouse team and say, hey, were these items received? I need you to take care of performing the receipt in EPMX, which is oftentimes the problem. A lot of times when you're looking to do some research on PO statuses, it's related to the fact that an invoice has come in and it's not available to you in EPMX to invoice because those items haven't been fully received yet. Okay, so that's one way to find the statuses at Purchase Order Analysis Report. That is my favorite report ever. Keep that in mind. Okay, now let's go back to the software, and we're going to go to Receiving, and we're going to look at Material on Order. Again, you can see there's a handful of filters here. I'm just going to go ahead and hit search, and it will show me everything that is pending right now. Okay, I have a scroll bar down here at the bottom, and if I scroll over to the right, you'll see there's a status column, and I can go ahead and do a quick glance and click on these and, review them, release it. There's several different things you can do from here. Okay, so that is number 2. Now this is a queue, you can't report this, but you can also go to Receiving Reports and run the Open PO Status Report or the Closed PO Status Report. Now the Open PO Status Report, if I select all next to corporation, again, of course, I can choose any of these filters, and I can export to CSV, or I can click on Run. Let me show you the PDF report. Make that a little bit bigger. So it does give you a little bit of information, But again, I love our CSV reports because they give you so much information. And if you know how to use the very basic options in Excel, you can easily use this to get the information that you need quickly. So let me go ahead and do a view freeze panes, and then I'll start scrolling over, and you'll see that on this report, we have in column M and N, we have quantity ordered and quantity received. Okay, so these numbers will probably not match up if the PO is opened. If you see quantity ordered of 3 and quantity received of 3, then somebody did something wrong, and you'll have to reach out to us to help you figure out what it was. Okay, so those are 3 different methods for monitoring the status. You go ahead and decide, take a look at them, and go ahead and decide which one works best for you based on your work processes. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to email me.